welcome to Newsmakers. I'm Jeannie Hodis. We are at the Truman Presidential Library in Independence, Missouri with the new director, Kurt Graham. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity to come here. You are fairly new here to Independence, to the museum. Tell me a little bit about your background and what you'd like to do here.
Well, thank you. Fairly new, yes, started last summer, late July, so I've been here right about 6 months. And it's a fabulous place, a great place to be, very happy to be here. I feel like this place represents kind of the culmination of a lot of my preparation and experience. I'm a historian by training. I was on the history faculty for some years at Cal State. And then I've worked at the Buffalo Bill Historical Center in Cody, Wyoming, and the Church History Museum in Salt Lake City. And now to be here at the Truman is really, as I said, kind of a culmination of the library and museum experience that I've had. And it's a historian's dream come true to get to curate a presidential legacy as significant as that of Harry Truman.
So what's your vision for this place?
Well, I think, first of all, I think the Truman is one of the great libraries in the system. This is a National Archives facility, federal facility, and there are 13 presidential libraries, soon to be 14 with President Obama's library that will be in Chicago. And they exist to house the records of each of the presidential administrations, but also to provide exhibits and programming for the general public, for the school, kids, for families, for anybody, any citizen who is interested. And that really was sort of Harry Truman's vision for this place. He wanted it to be a center for the study of the American presidency. He did not envision any grand tribute to himself. He didn't think of it in terms of a legacy on a personal basis. He thought of it more as a center for the study of American government and American politics.
Very cool. We are actually in a replica of his Oval Office, is
yes,
that right? And
yes.
You said this is pretty true to size.
It's true to size. I think when they built it, maybe the outside dimensions were what they took, and so they lost about a foot or so each direction. So the real Oval Office is slightly larger than this. But everything in this office, there are a lot of replicas in here, of course, but it was very carefully photographed in 1950. So what you see in this office and the way this is put together is exactly how it was when Harry Truman occupied that office in the 1950s. So
what's something that's really impressed you about this museum, that if you were to tell people why they should come here, what's something really impressive about this place that you just love?
Well, people come to museums to see collections. They come to see things. And of course we have a lot of interesting things here, things that represent Truman and his presidency. I think the most impressive thing, frankly, is just Truman himself. I mean, I think he's one of the great characters and great minds and great leaders who occupied this office, the Oval Office, who became president. And he is really very well respected by Republicans and Democrats alike today. A lot of people who consider Truman their hero. It might surprise you to know who some of those people are. I mean, we get people from both sides of the aisle who see Truman as somebody who knew how to get things done. And frankly, I think these days they pine for someone like that who really could kind of bridge that gap. Any
interesting or big upcoming events you want people to know about?
Well, we have a new exhibit that will be opening in March about, it's a presidential election year, of course, so it'll be about interesting presidential elections in our history. But also just want to let people know that we're undergoing a major planning process for a renovation of our permanent exhibits here at the Truman Library. So we'll be undertaking a big planning process and ultimately a capital campaign and a renovation. So a few years from now, when you come to the Truman, it'll be a completely different experience, a completely new experience. So come and see it now so that you can have a before and after comparison. Wonderful exhibits here. We tell a great story. And it's only going to get better, so check it out.
Lots of reasons to come now and keep coming in the future.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. I hope definitely that everybody comes and checks it out. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time on Newsmakers.